Well, AI agents are kind of like that. Have you ever been swamped with work staring at a mountain of emails, a looming project deadline, and a grocery list that just won't write itself and thought, I seriously need a clone? Just one extra you to handle all the boring stuff so you can focus on what's actually important, or maybe just take a nap. I know I have. It's that universal feeling of being pulled in a million different directions at once. You want to be productive, you want to be creative, you want to be on top of things. But there are only so many hours in the day and only one of you to go around. It's a classic human dilemma, a puzzle we've been trying to solve since we first realized there was more to do than we had time for. Well, what if I told you that while human cloning is still firmly in the realm of science fiction, and let's be honest, probably for the best, we've developed the next best thing. Something that can act on your behalf, make decisions, and get things done without you having to micromanage every single step. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. What is an AI agent? The term gets thrown around a lot, so let's clear it up. In the simplest terms, an AI agent is a piece of software that can act on its own to accomplish a goal. Think about it like this. You are an agent. You sense the world around you. You see a red light. You hear a car horn. You feel that it's cold outside. You then process that information and decide what to do. You press the brake. You look both ways. You grab a jacket. That's the core loop. Perceive, think, act. An AI agent does the exact same thing, but in a digital environment. Just like in any big family, not all AI agents are the same. They come in different shapes and sizes with varying levels of intelligence, memory, and complexity. You wouldn't use a sledgehammer to hang a picture frame, right? In the same way, you'll want to use the right type of AI agent for the right kind of task. First up, we have the simplest members of the family, the simple reflex agents. They operate purely on a condition-action rule, which is a fancy way of saying if this, then that. They perceive something in their environment and react to it immediately, without any thought about the past or future consequences. Think of them as having the reflexes of a bug. If they sense danger, they react. If they see food, they move toward it. A classic example is the automatic thermostat in your house. Its sensor perceives the room temperature. If the temperature goes above your set point, the condition, it triggers the air conditioner to turn on, the action. It doesn't remember that it was hot yesterday or worry that it might be cold tomorrow. It just knows temperature above 75, turn on AC. That's it. Another great example that you probably use every single day is an email spam filter. The agent perceives the content of an incoming email. It checks for certain conditions, like suspicious links, a high number of misspelled words, or phrases like, "You've won $1 million." If it finds these red flags, the condition, it automatically performs the action of moving that email to your spam folder. Now let's move up the evolutionary ladder to the model-based reflex agents. These are the agents that have been gifted with the power of memory, and that makes a world of difference. Unlike their simple reflex cousins who live entirely in the now, model-based agents maintain an internal state, or a model, of the world around them. Think about driving a car with an advanced cruise control system. Let's say a car in front of you changes lanes and disappears from your car's camera view. A simple reflex agent would be lost. The car is gone, so the condition has changed. But a model-based agent remembers that the car was there just a second ago. Its internal model of the world says, there's probably still a car there, even though I can't see it right now. This memory allows it to act more intelligently, perhaps by not immediately speeding up, anticipating that the car might still be nearby. Imagine a robot vacuum cleaner. It can't see what's under the sofa or in the next room. But a model-based agent can build a map of your house in its memory as it cleans. It remembers where it has already been, where it encountered obstacles, and where the charging dock is located. So even when it can't see the dock, its internal model tells it which direction to go to get back home. Welcome to the big leagues. Now we're talking about goal-based agents. These are the forward thinkers, the strategists, the agents that don't just react to the world, but actively try to shape it to achieve a desired outcome. Let's go back to our travel booking example. You tell a goal-based agent, my goal is to be in Paris by next Tuesday morning for under $1,000. The agent now has a clear objective. It won't just react to the first flight it sees. Instead, it will consider various possibilities. Should it book a direct flight? What about a flight with a layover? Is that cheaper? What if it flies into a nearby city and takes a train? Think of a GPS navigation system. Its goal is to get you to your destination. It doesn't just know the road right in front of you, it has a map of the entire city. It considers various routes, calculating the distance and estimated travel time for each one. If it hits a traffic jam, it reevaluates and searches for a new sequence of turns that will still lead to the goal, perhaps even finding a better route. So now that you've met the family, how do you decide which AI agent to invite to your party? Choosing the right type of agent is crucial for getting the results you want. It all comes down to understanding the nature of your task. You need to play matchmaker between your problem and your AI's capabilities. The first question to ask yourself is, how complex is the task? Is it a simple, repetitive action, or does it require planning and adapting to new information? If your task is straightforward and rule-based, a simple reflex agent is your best friend. Think about tasks like automatically sorting your emails into folders or getting an alert when a keyword is mentioned on social media. These are classic if this happens, do that scenarios. They don't require memory or long-term planning. But what if your task requires a bit more context? What if the agent needs to know what happened before to make a good decision now? This is where you call in a model-based agent. For example, if you want an AI to help manage your inventory, it needs to remember how many items you had yesterday to know how many you have today after a sale. Or, if you're using an AI writing assistant, it needs to remember the previous paragraphs to maintain a consistent tone and flow. Finally, if your task is a big, hairy, audacious goal that involves multiple steps and potential obstacles, you need a goal-based agent. Are you planning a complex marketing campaign that involves coordinating email blasts, social media posts, and ad buys to reach a specific sales target? Are you trying to automate a research process that involves finding sources, summarizing them, and compiling a report? These are not single actions, they are projects. Once you've chosen your AI agent, you're ready to start delegating. But to get the best results and build a truly effective partnership, it helps to follow a few best practices. Think of it like onboarding a new team member. You need to set clear expectations, provide the right resources, and establish a good feedback loop. First and foremost, be incredibly clear about your goals. An AI agent, especially a goal-based one, is only as good as the instructions you give it. Vague requests lead to vague results. Don't just say do some research on climate change. Instead, be specific. A better prompt would be, find 5 peer-reviewed scientific articles published in the last 2 years that discuss the impact of melting glaciers on sea levels, and summarize the key findings of each in a bulleted list. Second, start small and build up. Don't hand over the keys to your entire business on day one. Begin by delegating smaller, low-risk tasks. Let an agent organize your files or transcribe a meeting before you ask it to manage your entire project budget. This allows you to understand the agent's capabilities and limitations in a safe environment. Finally, always review and refine. Your AI agent is a powerful tool, but it's not infallible. It can make mistakes or misinterpret your instructions. Make it a habit to review the agent's work, especially in the beginning. If the output isn't what you expected, don't just get frustrated. Use it as a learning opportunity. Try to figure out why it went wrong. Was your prompt unclear? Did it lack necessary context? Use this feedback to refine your future requests. This continuous loop of delegating, reviewing, and refining is the secret to building a highly effective and reliable partnership with your AI agents. So, where is all this amazing technology actually being used? The answer is pretty much everywhere, and in some truly incredible ways. Let's look at a few real-world examples to see how people are using AI agents to get smarter work and real results. In the world of academic and market research, for instance, goal-based agents are complete game changers. A researcher can deploy an agent with the goal of compiling a comprehensive literature review on a specific topic. The agent can then autonomously scour academic databases, find relevant papers, filter out irrelevant ones, and even generate initial summaries. This process, which used to take a human researcher weeks or even months of tedious work, can now be done in a matter of hours. In the world of software development, AI agents are becoming indispensable teammates. A developer can use an agent as a pair programmer. They can describe a function they want to build in plain English, and the agent can generate the corresponding code in seconds. But it goes further than that. An agent can be tasked with finding bugs in existing code, suggesting optimizations to make the code run faster, or even writing the documentation that explains how the code works. And it's not just for technical fields. Creative teams are using AI agents for brainstorming and content creation. An agent can be given a goal like generate 10 concepts for a new ad campaign targeting young adults, focusing on themes of adventure and community. The agent can then produce a wide range of ideas, slogans, and even visual concepts. This gives the creative team a rich starting point to build from. By using AI agents to unlock this initial wave of possibilities, teams can overcome creative blocks and accelerate their journey from a blank page to a brilliant final product, fostering a new kind of human-AI collaboration that blends computational power with human ingenuity.